If you're watching this, you know something's off. You're a good guy, you're a gentleman, you work hard, you're probably successful in a lot of areas of your life. But when it comes to women, you're invisible, especially the women that you actually want to date. Or worse, you're getting friend zoned by women you're genuinely interested in. Here's what most guys don't realize. It's not your looks, it's not your money, it's not your status. And a lot of guys will cope and say, well, I wasn't born 6'4", I'll never be good with women, and I'm going to give up. So guess what happens? You do give up, but that wasn't even the root cause, because it's not your job, it's not your hairline, it's not your eyebrows, it's not any of these things. It's 5 confidence leaks that are broadcasting insecurity before you even open your mouth. And so in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what these leaks are, how to spot them in yourself, and most importantly, how to fix them immediately. Because these leaks lead to mindset, which leads to behavior, which leads to an outcome that nobody wants. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Jay, and I run a channel called The Real Game. I've coached over 100 men all around the world, all about dating, how to attract, how to maintain, how to retain, understanding female psychology, and of course, going over mindset and confidence perspectives so that you don't have bad mindsets and bad behavior that cause women to run away from you, ghost you, never even see you're there. You don't want to feel invisible anymore. And that's what I help men do. So let's talk about the 5 leaks. And I can speak from personal experience specifically because I have fallen victim to all of these at one point in my life as well. So this is why I call it the confidence audit, because we're going to be auditing your current behavior like a forensic accountant, okay? We're looking for leaks, places where your confidence is draining away subconsciously without you even knowing it. The 5 major leaks that kill attraction with women is the approval leak, the energy leak, the presence leak, the fame leak, and the scarcity leak. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which ones are sabotaging you and how to fix them immediately. So number 1, the approval leak. This is when you're constantly seeking validation through your words, actions, etc. And most men, here's the problem. Most men do not even realize they're doing this. And it shows up like this. You're asking a ton of questions. You're over-explaining yourself. You're apologizing for things that don't need apologies. And in general, you'll learn this if you talk to me more, you shouldn't even apologize in general. Changing your opinion based on her reaction and her values. Trying to impress her with achievements. These are all forms of conforming, conceding, and having leaks in your confidence based on approval that drive her away. Here's the brutal truth. The moment you start seeking her approval, you've positioned yourself as lower than her. A man that leads and is of higher value, which is what women want, they want you to be better than them, never is affected by the approval of her. She should fight for the approval of you. High-value women are attracted to men who are comfortable with themselves, not men who need their validation. So ask yourself this honestly. Do I over-explain my decisions or choices to women, big or small? Because that's a leak. Do I change my opinions based on her reactions, big or small? That's a leak. Do I find myself trying to impress her with my job, car, or achievements where you're just yapping on about some random thing? That's a leak. And if you think, well, they don't notice these things, they do on a very subconscious level. Do I apologize for things that aren't actually problems or apologize at all? And how often is it? That's a leak. Do I ask for permission on things I should just do? Massive one, especially over time. That's a massive leak. If you answered yes to more than one of these, you're shooting yourself in the foot and you're driving women away from you because of your behavior. It's not leading, it's not masculine, it's not attractive. Number 2 is the energy leak. So the energy leak is when your nervous system bleeds out fear through your body language and vocal patterns. Women can feel this immediately. It shows up as fidgeting, right? Playing with your phone, tapping your foot, your hand, adjusting your clothes constantly, speaking too fast, vocal uptick at the end of statements, nervous laughter, forced laughter, inability to be still. Look, I talk a lot about this in my programs. Your nonverbal communication, your tonality, your body language is such a driving force of seduction and attraction because the vast majority of communication, women or not women, seduction, not seduction, is nonverbal. And if you're a man who is unaware of his body language, how he behaves, the energy you give her, you are cooked. Now, why are you cooked? You're cooked because women have spidey senses for energy, and men are the leaders of the energy. For example, if you go up to a woman and you're not very confident, even if she was attracted to you, she would reject you because men bring the energy to the table, women respond to it. And so if we're causing them to respond to bad energy, they will not be attracted to us. When we lead with fantastic energy, when we show certainty and confidence, that is when we get an amazing result from a woman, no matter what. And so here's your honest assessment again. Are you fidgeting when talking to women, especially attractive women? Do you get nervous? Do you speak faster? Do you stutter? Do you use filler words? Does your behavior change when you get in front of a woman? Does your energy change? Do you laugh at things that are actually funny because you want to make them feel good, because you're nervous to like you? Are you forcing laughter? Are you forcing conversations? Really important questions to ask yourself. Are you constantly adjusting your clothes, your hair, your face? Are you touching yourself? Really important to be aware of these things. Do you struggle to maintain stillness during conversation? That is a sign of weakness. All of these things lead back to female psychology that will never change. This is not a trend. This is reality. Women are drawn to what women are drawn to. And if you exhibit energy and behavior that tells them, I am not a masculine guy, I am nervous, you can basically just pack it up. And this is probably what's happening on all your dates, as you spend time with women, when you cold approach, through the phone, they feel your energy. From dating apps to texting and converting, this happens all the time. You have to fix it. You have to have solutions to where you can calm yourself, you do breath work, you slow down your speech intentionally, you practice in the mirror, to calm down and to be detached so that your energy isn't leaking. Number 3 is the presence leak. This happens when you're physically there, but your mindset is cooked. You're mentally scattered. You're thinking about what to say next. You're in your head. You're worried about her judgment. You're planning your next move. You're so in your head. You're so overthinking. It kills attraction. Signs of this are poor eye contact, responding to what you think she said rather than what she actually said, thinking about your response while she's talking, being easily distracted by your environment. These are all massive things that your mind is your own worst enemy when it comes to women. And this could happen in the cold approach. This could happen on the dating app. This could happen on the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever dates it is. Your mind must be in control. So you have to ask yourself these questions. This is the audit. Do I struggle to maintain comfortable eye contact? Do I sometimes miss what she's saying because I'm planning my response? Do I get distracted by other people or things during conversation? Do I feel like I'm performing rather than being myself? And you perform when you overthink because you're so worried and concerned. You change who you are to try and become the person your overthinking mind thinks she wants you to be. But that only drives her farther and farther away. Do I leave interactions feeling like I wasn't really there? Do you get back from dates like, I don't know what we talked about, just trying to make sure she's happy? Nah, dude, that's not how you attract, seduce, and retain women at all. You have to fix the present leak. You have to fix your mindset. So here is what I recommend. This is how you be with her, okay? Practice your eye contact. Not a creepy stare, but genuine interest in what she's saying. Listen and understand, not to respond, but to actually just be in the moment and understand what she is saying. Respond accordingly. Do not focus your mindset on what to say. Focus it on the framework of, I'm here and she's going to like me or she's not going to like me, but I'm going to be me. That is how you be the superhero version of yourself. That is how you actually drive attraction. Number 4 is the frame leak. This is when you lose control of the dynamic, of the interaction's direction, energy, and control. You let her mood dictate your mood. You react instead of responding. She pushes you around. She gets away with things. This is a massive leak for attraction. And this ties into shit testing, which is a video in and of itself. But if your frame is leaking, she will walk all over you. She will lose attraction. She will boss you around. You won't have a say. That's a problem. Strong frame means you maintain your emotional center regardless of what's happening around you. Weak frame means you're constantly adjusting to match her energy. So she starts a fight, you get emotional as well. You lost the shit test because you lack your control. And this shows up as getting defensive when she disagrees, change your mood based on her mood, letting her control the conversation topics, backing down from your opinions, apologizing for your preferences. These are all signs of weakness. And there's signs that you actually don't have frame and you are leaking. And again, back to female psychology and biology, this tells her he can't protect and provide because he is uncertain of his own self. If he can't keep me in check, How is he going to protect me from other people and the world? That is what that says. That is why women shit test to clarify that they're with the guy that can protect and provide for them. So here are some frame check questions. Do I get defensive when women challenge my opinions? If you try to be logical and rational and fight back, you're going to lose with women. You're going to lose. That's not attractive. That's not exciting. That's not what we want to have happen. Do I find my mood shifting to match hers? You should be the leader of the energy and the mood. Do I let women control where conversations go? Although she should be talking most of the time generally, it should be based on what you want to talk about. If it starts to feel like an interview because she owns the conversation, you've lost frame. Do you back down when your preferences are to avoid conflict? This means if you're avoiding conflict, you have weak frame. You have frame that they don't respect. You have to be okay being in the hot seat, not running away from conflict. Just own it. Tough conversation, you're the guy. You're the man. Stand there and hold your ground. This comes from genuinely just having mental and emotional control and having very high standards of what you're willing to tolerate. If you're willing to tolerate her walking all over you, good luck having frame. And the only way to maintain and retain attraction on a long term is to really be the human and the man that can maintain frame no matter how hot she is, no matter what she wants. You don't back down. Number 5 is the scarcity leak. This is one of the worst ones. It's when you treat every interaction like it might be your last. It's when you go about things with her that clearly show you have no other options and you are in scarcity, not in abundance. And this can come up in a bunch of different ways. But essentially it means you're operating from desperation instead of abundance. You're texting way too much. You're way too available. You're changing your schedule for her on a whim. You're getting attached too quickly. You're afraid to disagree or set boundaries. This shows you value her a lot. And you might think, isn't this what I should be doing? Absolutely not. You need to show her you are busy and desired. Women want men that are desired, that are better than them, that are not texting them back immediately because they have better things to do. That is the type of man women are drawn to. I don't care what you want to have reality be. This is reality. This is reality. And you have to act accordingly. You cannot show that you are in a scarcity place with women. You have to act and be the guy that has tons of options even when you don't. So here is an audit for you. Do you drop everything when a hot girl wants to hang out? An attractive woman? I bet you do. I bet you do. And you can't if you want to maintain frame and be in abundance. Do you text more than she texts you? I bet you do. You're leaking. Do you get anxious when she doesn't respond immediately? You're in an emotional state of scarcity. It has to change. Do you avoid setting boundaries because you're afraid it'll push her away? She'll lose interest. Of course you do. And I've done these things in the past as well. Guess what happens every time? Every time. Loses interest. Stand 10 toes. Do you get emotionally invested before you've even gone on a real date? I bet you do. I bet you do. And that will leak in your behavior and cause her to run away fast. This is based on female psychology, human psychology, abundance, mindset, energy. These things leak in, and these things will change your behavior and drive her away because it goes against the foundation of what women find attractive. And so for you to be good with women, date on your terms, date women you actually want to date. On your terms, high value women, beautiful women, you have to stop leaking out of all of these different confidence areas with your behavior, with your mindset, with how you treat her. Now look, this is a very small piece of the puzzle. And if you're thinking to yourself right now, this makes sense, but I might need some help implementing this. Like, okay, cool. Like, thank you for the information. But what now? You're not alone. Most men know what to do to a certain degree, but still struggle to execute. That's exactly why I created the Real Game High Value Man system. It's not about dumb pickup lines and corny little techniques. It's about transforming who you are at your core so that confidence becomes your natural state. A confident man wins in dating. He wins in life. He wins with women. He dates who he wants, when he wants, on his terms, on his time. That's the man that has a fantastic life. So I work with a small group of men each month, usually around 5 guys per month with this program, who are serious about making this change permanently. I can promise you this, at the end of 90 days, you will have the skill set and be the man for the rest of your life. If you're 35 until you're in 95. For decades to come, you will have the skill set and be the man that will have an incredible dating life, be amazing with women forever. Because women are never going to change. And that is why this is such a transformative program, because you don't just learn little, tips and tricks on women. It's who you become at the end of it. It's the skill sets that are evergreen that you're going to have for the rest of your life. This is about becoming the man who naturally attracts high quality women into their life. And if you're interested in learning more about working together, there's a link below this video. But I'll warn you, it's not for everybody, okay? It takes work, it takes commitment, it takes effort. And I only work, that's why it's an application button, because I'm very particular with who I work with in this program. I want you to be on your A game, and I want somebody who's willing to invest in themselves and actually become the man they've dreamt of being. So here's one final insight that took me years to understand. Confidence isn't something you build, it's something you reveal. And so you shouldn't aim out to be anybody else but the superhero version of yourself. You already have everything you need inside you. These leaks are not personality flaws. It's not something you're born with. It's not something that is irreversible. They are things you can change. The man you want to become already exists. We're just removing the barriers. We're unveiling the best version of you. Start with the 2 biggest leaks you identified today. Give yourself a week to practice the fixes I've given you. You'll be amazed at how quickly people respond to the new you. Trust me, it's an energy thing. If you want to go deeper to make this transformation permanent and complete, check out the link below. I'd be happy to guide you through that process. Remember, you are not broken, you're just leaking. It's time to plug those leaks and become the man you're meant to be.